There will be.
Oh, really?
There will be. And welcome to the Oklahoman's Video Studio. I'm Dave Morris with my new friends here, and this will be a fun conversation.
Yes.
About an event that's coming up this weekend, which sounds like a fun event. It's Sunday, July 17th, over at the Speakeasy, which is basically 51st and Western. This is the Art Beyond the Glass event. Bartending, supporting arts and education. That's the quick setup, but I'll let these ladies give us some more information here. We're represented with Lindsay Pendleton, Director of Communication with the Arts Council.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in, and very nice to meet you as well.
Thank you for having us. Great.
Cecilia Robinson-Woods, Superintendent over at Millwood.
Yep.
Great to see you.
Go Falcons.
Go Falcons, that's right. And Tony Fiasco, who's representing the U.S. Bartender Guild Oklahoma City chapter. Ladies, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not sure where to take this conversation first, because when they came in, and I think they just met out in the lobby, but their conversation consisted of a goldfish, I believe, and maybe
It's a beta.
It's a beta fish, which is
In need of
sketchy.
life-sustaining care.
Some life support for this fish. They have a Connecticut connection somehow,
Correct.
and there was a big debate whether Brahms versus some East Coast milk chain is better.
Friendlies. Friendlies, which they don't make their own milk, so I will have to be honest about that.
But you're in Brahms territory now.
I know, I
Exactly.
know.
I'm going
so
to need you to convert.
I'll try. I will try.
Tony, I'm going to start with you. Art Beyond the Glass is something that has been out in LA for the past 5 years, right?
That's right. Yeah, a couple weeks ago I actually was able to go out there and see their 5th annual Art Beyond the Glass, and it was amazing. They had over 100 bartenders participating in their show.
In what way were the bartenders participating? I mean, they're slinging drinks, but is it competition? Is it?
Slinging drinks, not really competition. It's more of a cocktail event. So the whole premise is for bartenders that are also artists to showcase their works for charity. So that's why we've paired with these lovely ladies. So yeah, there will be artwork for sale, and all the artwork is done by bartenders. For example, I make glass, so I have some vases and bowls.
You make glass. Okay.
And then there's other pieces of art, also bands, entertainment, and all of the premise is they're all bartenders. You know, someone in this band is a bartender, someone, it's all bartenders. So it's just a way for them to showcase their art in front of the bar as well as behind, and then they'll be creating craft cocktails as well.
So for 5 years, they've had this event out in Los Angeles, and you just happened to go out there, or?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Well, it actually was a chance meeting by Josh Cockle, who's another person that's helping create this event. He met Daniel Jang, who is a cocktail blogger out in LA, and they just started talking over drinks one night. And Daniel was talking about how they wanted to kind of take this on a national level. And we have a wonderfully emerging craft cocktail scene here in Oklahoma City, so we were chosen as the first place to take it to that national level.
Very good. And you partnered up with these ladies, the Arts Council.
Yes. I'm actually relatively new at the Arts Council. I've been there about 3 weeks. So
Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much. So the work for this event got started before I came on board. So my understanding is that the Bartenders Guild reached out to the Arts Council, and we're looking for a charity for the event to benefit, and chose All Access Arts, which is one of our flagship programs. Our mission is to bring the arts and the community together, and they're sort of the people on the ground doing it every single day, providing arts education in schools that need it throughout Oklahoma City, and that is where the lovely Cecilia comes in.
So that brings us to the Falcons.
To the Falcons, yes. Well, and I don't have to tell you about the budget crunches that schools all over the state have been involved in. And so we've been so lucky to be supported by the Arts Council with kind of supplementary music programs. We were absent of general music at our school, primarily because of the teacher shortage. Like literally for 2 years in a row, I've gotten one music teacher application.
You start to lose music teachers. Who's going to teach?
Right.
You can't exactly bring in the
Right.
coach, hey, teach the tuba players over there, right?
Well, depends on the coach, but no,
Fair
not
enough,
typically. Not typically. Well, and the other part of that is marching band is one element of general music, but there are so many other children who have more interests outside of traditional marching band. And so to be able to expose kids and give them that access to things that honestly we wouldn't be able to do without some type of philanthropic support has just been a really awesome partnership.
You want to kind of underscore the way you are, the way arts have been cut, whether it's at Millwood or across the district?
Yes. Well,
What are some of the needs you're facing?
right. Well, right now, quite honestly, I mean, just at Millwood, and we're a small school district. We service just a little over 1,000 kids. And so usually when you have teacher applicants, they go to the larger school districts. They are looking, because Oklahoma City Public Schools is a staple name. You come out of college and you go to Oklahoma City. We are in Oklahoma City as well, but unless you know about a small school district. So those neighboring school districts, Crutcho, Crooked Oaks, and is it Western Heights? We don't get the same kind of looks as those larger school districts. So we miss out on people that specialize. And we often don't get the level of talent that an Oklahoma City public school would get in a teacher, just because people don't know about us. So this gives us the opportunity to almost contract, if you will, with people that specialize in keyboarding and people that specialize in acoustics and percussion, and to come out and work individually with our kids.
Well, that was my next question. In what ways can you use, hey, there's funds being raised from this, how are you going to put that to use?
Yes, so we are actually entering into our third year of working with the Arts Council. They funded us with a base grant about a little over a year ago, and that base grant provided all of the materials that we needed, so from instruments to keyboards to software to computers to start the music program. And so all of the funding afterwards is to fund those artists then to come in and work with those students individually.
If I could just jump in here, one of the things that's really special about All Access Arts is that in schools, it attempts to teach students not only how to play an instrument or how to paint, but it pairs them with working professionals so that they can really see how they could apply the skills they're learning to a career if they wanted to go forward with it.
Well, that's huge, the networking.
It is what educators call project-based learning, if you will. It always has an outcome and it always has a performance. I was just sharing Saturday night, the summer camp that was just sponsored by the Arts Council just concluded, and the kids who had the best performances opened up for a local band at the UCO Jazz Lab Friday night.
Great experience. I'm sure they had a blast.
Amazing experience. The crowd gave them standing ovations. It was so awesome to see the kids. And literally one of the drummers, I swear, I think he's 5, his feet didn't touch the ground and he was just up there going at it. And there was a student in there who was about, I think he's going to the 5th grade, who played the keyboard for like every set. I mean, so it's pretty awesome, to see those kids up there on stage. And most of the kids that perform singing are middle school and above, just because they have a little more stage presence. But in regards to instruments, I mean, the kids were like literally from age 5 to age 19 that performed the other night and that participated in the camp. And so the benefit for us at Millwood is this program affects about 75 kids. And it's because we try to make sure that the kids that are participating in the program really have an interest in it, so we don't just put every general music kid in there. But from 6th grade to high school, about 75 kids, which for us is 75 out of about 600 kids, which is not a huge amount, but it's more than what we could have ever offered on our own. But I mean, out of the group that has been performing, I've had 2 kids that will be going on to college next year. One of them is going to UCO just to specialize in music, and another one is going right into band and concert band at Langston.
Success.
Wow. Yes,
Wonderful.
yes, it's awesome. It's awesome.
There's more information at artscouncilokc.com/allaccessarts. Is there any way people can help you guys out in addition to various fundraisers?
Well, in addition, you can buy tickets to come to this wonderful event. It's available. There's a Facebook event page, and then you can access that through the Arts Council website, artscouncilokc.com. And then beyond that, volunteering. We always recommend, we have so many wonderful programs at Arts Council. There's the All Access Arts. There are many schools that we participate in. And part of how you can get to know those programs, what would be a good fit, is by volunteering. So we recommend that people go to the website and volunteer and see what fits best for them.
Tony, what can we expect this weekend?
Really good time. There's going to be all sorts of cocktails, of course, entertainment, live bands, as well as some acoustic things. And the Speakeasy is a wonderful venue for something like this. I'm not sure if any of your viewers have been there, but it's a big old house.
Bet they have.
I bet they have. And it's broken up into different rooms, and the flow is really great. There'll be art upstairs, with a guy doing acoustic. There's going to be a Prince tribute to start the show off. Some other things, scenes from an executioner at Shakespeare in the Park. They're going to come do a little excerpt from their play. And
nice.
then there's also Bites. Different restaurants from around town have donated some Little Bites will have sushi from In the Raw. Powerhouse is donating some of their chili pork verde, which is delicious.
Spicy but good.
So good. So yeah, it's just going to be a really fun time. Like she said, you can get tickets through the Arts Council, also at Eventbrite. Yeah, it's just going to be a fun afternoon.
Speakeasy is a good place to hang out too because it's got the patio, the porch. It's an expansive place.
It's huge.
Good place for that. All right, very good. What else do we need to know about this? Seems like we've covered some bases here. Some more information on Art Beyond the Glass can be found. There is a website, of course, at artbeyondtheglass.com. We mentioned the Arts Council, OKC.com. What are you looking forward to as the school year nears?
Well, I always look forward to the new challenge of getting all the new kids in and
Does the challenge
setting
look different
goals
this year? Not to really take a segue here, but does it kind of look different this year?
We've actually taken a lot of precautions to try to insulate ourselves. We were actually covered in the Oklahoman last week. We just started a brand new partnership with Langston University. And so it helps us tremendously because it gives us a steady fund of revenue so that we don't have to worry as much about the state funding. Of course, I'm still very worried about the state funding, but at least it won't affect programming in the way that it has in the past. So we're excited going into it. We're rolling out a new strategic plan, and one of our elements of our new strategic plan include mentoring and individualized learning plans for every child, which now can comfortably include music lessons for those kids who actually show interest. So we're excited.
Very good. I had music lessons growing up from 5 and beyond, so there is value in that.
Well, and I want to say you probably had music lessons because your parents sent you to music
That's
lessons.
exactly right.
And
Yeah.
most of my children's parents not only can't afford to rent an instrument, but then even couldn't afford for music lessons.
But to have that opportunity that you're
Right.
providing, that window there, it makes a big difference.
It makes a huge difference. So we're training the next Prince.
Well, that's one of the reasons too that this was so important to us is because a lot of these bartenders are musicians and they want to help in that way.
All right, it is Sunday, July 17th, which is this Sunday, at the 51st Street Speakeasy, again, 51st and Western. Ladies, thanks so much for stopping in. Much
Thank you so
appreciated.
much for having
Thank you.
us.